In one, I'm going to pop our bubble and I'm going to read the words. If you hear any of the ones you said, I want you to give me a thumbs up, okay?
Okay.
All together, in all, total, what is the sum? Did you hear any of yours? Did we forget some? Yes, go ahead. What do you think?
I think it is plus.
You can use the word plus too. Sometimes we do use it in a word problem. Not very often, but we can. So check it out. Miss Escobedo and Mr. Chinchar, we made a poster over here because when that slide goes away, we're not going to be able to see them, but we have important keywords that we should use in our word problem, or in our story problem. Right?
So as you look at your story problem right now, can you quickly circle the key word that you used to be successful? And if you don't have one, that's fine. Maybe you can quickly add one. Maybe you can quickly add one if you don't have one yet. Okay.
How is H? Oh,
Good. And you're adding. Okay, good. In all. Oh, I think they'll be successful.
Eyes on me in 3, in 2, in 1. Nicole, thank you for turning your body very quickly towards me. Okay, so Miss Escobedo and I were listening to you, and because we were thinking how awesome you guys are, we knew what you guys were going to say when we were making the word problem. And to make the best word problem ever, you need 3 things. Put up 3 fingers. I'm going to read it right off our rubric to get a 3. I use the right vocabulary. Repeat after me. I use the right vocabulary.
I use the right vocabulary.
That means I use the key words and I use them correctly. If I wanted to add, I used adding keywords. And if I wanted to subtract, I used subtracting keywords. Our second thing, Miss Escobedo.
The problem makes sense.
The problem makes sense.
I understand it. Yeah. And number 3, Miss Escobedo.
I can solve the problem with the numbers I choose.
I can solve the problem with the number I choose.
See, when me and Miss Escobedo did this for the first time, we worked together and we wrote a story about cookies and crackers. And we said, Miss Escobedo had 3 crackers and I ate 4 cookies, so we ate 32 cookies altogether.
Oh.
Wait. When we practiced this, I don't think we used all of those numbers. Because all of a sudden it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
32?
Yeah, we used 2 small numbers. So when we scored ourselves on the rubric for the first time, we actually scored a 2 because our numbers, they didn't make sense.
No.
Okay, so we had our keywords. We remembered our keywords. And we remembered to put numbers in there, but our numbers didn't make sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if I have 11, if I have 5, if I have 3, I cannot say it equals 60. Because is that true?
No.
No. So when I say makes sense, I have to use maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 numbers. And they all have to add up. Or either I have to get a big number and subtract. Okay.
Okay, so here's what you're going to do right now. Now that we have gone over what a word problem needs, you are going to go back and look at your word problem. And you have 2 choices. You are going to look at it and you are going to think, what is my problem missing? Is my problem missing any of these 3 things that I need to get a 3? Or does it have all those things? Okay? We're going to come around and talk to you about what you think about your problem. On the back, if you flip your paper over, there's another big box. Okay? This big box is for you to either make your problem that you already have better, or we will instruct you to do something differently in that box. Okay? If you think that your problem has already scored a 3. Understood? Turn to your neighbor and tell them what your job is to do right now. Go.
Tell your neighbor what your job is.
My job is to.
What is your job right now?
My job is to.
Our job, when we flip our paper over, is to either make this problem better because we might be missing some of those key, those important things that we need, or if we think we have them all.
What is this up here telling you?
So Eunice, like,
What are we supposed to? We're supposed to be checking our work.
In 3, 3.
What are we supposed to be checking our work for?
Into
Our writing. So remember, we're reading for vocabulary.
We're forgetting exactly what we should be looking for. So maybe as you're looking at your math word problem, use this. I know that one is small, and that's great. But if you really need to think, look up on the board. It's much bigger. So when we come around, think about 3, 2, or 1. We all want a 3. But do we actually have that 3? What could we do to make it better, or how can we change it?
go.
We should change our
What are we changing?
story problem.
Why do we need to change our story problem?
Because I think it doesn't make sense.
Why not? Do you have numbers that make sense? Do you have vocabulary that makes sense? Because what's your word clue? Does that tell you to do? What does that tell you to do? Is that what you wanted it to do? You didn't want to subtract? What did you want to do? Oh, okay. So then I guess we do need to change our problem. Good catch.
Okay, so you can use the same ideas, but if you think, so I heard Ms. Shoup talking to you guys and you think you maybe used the wrong vocabulary. Is that what you think? Okay. The keywords. You used the wrong keywords. So now you can use that same information, but change the keywords so that now our problem makes sense. If you want to, but you don't have to. Okay?
Well, if we're adding, do we want to add whales to whales?
Where's to go?
Okay. So we might have to change it a little bit.
Diana. No, Isaac. Right here. Right here. How about I can write my own? That's not how you write an A place. Oh, he doesn't. My mom taught me how to do it like that. Now I'm supposed to go all the way up to the root. Isaac has
So,
19? No.
and what did you think? What did you think?
13. I received 19, but 13.
See,
13.
numbers that work together.
And,
So you're talking about create a story problem that uses
Exactly what they're doing.
he
If they've done 3, let's try.
gave
keep going.
I started with 2, Jamie was
and gave
number.
So what kind of problem do we want?
a plus.
Adding. So if you give something, are you adding? Okay. So let's think about that word.
Okay, good. Thank you. So can you go ahead and read me what you have right now?
Isaac has 13 and his mom
13 what? Because I see whales, I see lizards, but I don't know what you have.
more. Whales.
How many more are there?
Whales. 6 more whales. In all, there are four. No. How many more? How many more?
How many more what?
Whales.
Whales? Well, then I'm not sure. Are you asking me how many whales I have or how many whales his mom gave him?
How many mom gave him?
Well, didn't you tell me that? You told me he has 6.
Let's go back.
So you already told me that. So do you want to know how many whales there are now? So what's a word clue that helps you know, that tells your reader? Well, how many more, remember, was confusing because I don't know if you're asking how many whales I have now or how many whales my mom gave me. Huh? There you go. That would work because then that tells me you want me to find all the whales.
Total. How many total?
One, two, three. Eyes on me. Everything down. It is okay if you didn't finish all the way. It is okay. I know that Peter and I were listening, and we were even helping some of our friends write. Okay? So here's what we're going to do. In about 2 minutes, we are going to do our DOL, and we're going to do it independently. We're going to do it on our own. You guys get to score the second problem that you made on the rubric and tell us why you scored your problem that way. But before we score, we want to revisit our essential questions.
Yep, the big questions. So I'll even pull it back up. I know I printed some off on the side,
Oh, yeah. Good call.
but stop and think. What is a story problem?
What does
Tap your head if you think you learned what a story problem happens to be. Okay, I see a few taps.
Turn to your neighbor and tell them, I think the story problem is. Come on.
I think a story problem is